Finally! It doesn't take. Why does it take that long to initialize a microphone when this is the first time I've used this game streaming thing in a long time? What is up, everybody? This is Jay, aka MultimediaJay, and we have one milestone to go over, and I am slamming the heck out of this internet connection. We got a service tech due out on Monday, and this is very unstable, even at $8,000. But we're gonna pound the heck out of this thing. In the meantime, though, we're just going to play some ESO with some frame drops here and there, since the unreliability of the internet has meant that you should just stick to game streaming and stuff where lag won't destroy points and other stuff like that. In the meantime, though, thanks to Logan589XP for renewing for the 4 months of the Multimedia Dollar Club. And let's get straight into some ESO. There's an event that's going on that I'm calling Harrowstormpalooza. It's one of those lazy Zoss events where you basically want to go to one part of the world and stay there and farm the living daylights out of it. And we're going to absolutely show just how badly this is an issue. There's a problem with Zenimax Online. The leadership in charge of Elder Scrolls Online has gotten lazy in their old age. They can't take criticism. You got people acting like Rich Lambert and the way he is on Twitter and stuff like that, and just all kinds of garbage. And then it spills over into the game design, what comes out with the chapters and the in-game events, like we're going to see today. So without further ado, you know what time it is. It's time to play some stuff. So what is it? Double experience? What is it? Double experience and stuff like that? Double crafting materials. There's drop boxes from the daily quests. And everybody's farming the living daylights out of Western Skyrim and the Reach. That's got to make a little bit of noise. I'm trying to use up the rest of the ice from when I was getting over the COVID infection. Well, let's see how this does. We'll play with the bitrate a bit, too. I'm wondering if maybe my screenshot theater was not the problem. This thing is struggling. I got it going out at $8,000 right now, and it is struggling badly. So unstable. Man, I'm going to upgrade to fiber. I'm totally going to upgrade to fiber next year. Oh, what's this? We pounding the hell out of the CPU? Oh, this is the first time I've loaded some of these add-ons, and it's scraping everything. Okay, here we go. First thing that has changed since the last time we streamed any ESO, the Snowmelt Suite is now set up as an office for my characters. So, one of the places I can go to and sell off all the other stuff. What did we have for the audio and stuff? I think we were letting the music play? Yeah. The music was at 100%, so it was kind of played like a Nintendo game or something. Alright, let's get to it. What's everybody doing in ESO right now? They're farming the living daylights out of Harrowstorms. The outdoor event from ESO Greymore. Let's go join them, shall we? We'll cycle through a whole bunch of characters and showcase what happens when you have some screwball event that makes it look like your game is popular when in reality you only have your hardcore audience playing that's farming the living daylights out of it because you paywall so much stuff. Now, this isn't just a problem with Elder Scrolls. World of Warcraft is having some serious dev problems too nowadays. I mean, everything reset, so I should be able to start over on all these characters if I can get 60 frames a second out of this. Oh, look at this. It's loading stuff. The processor is getting smashed right now. Tales of Tribute. You better get used to that because I don't actually play the silly card game, but every time you go to a town, somebody's always telling you to do that. Any encoding lag? Oh, no. Yeah, this is gonna barf like crazy. Alright, let's go find a Harrowstorm. We're gonna go through one Harrowstorm on each character. All the max level ones. Oh, look at how horrible that looks. See all that encoding lag? It's because the processor is going crazy right now. What's OBS represent? OBS only represents 13% of that. There must be stuff, assets loading and stuff from the game. Okay, now it's better. It was close to 100% processor in the city. Let's see what the YouTube preview looks like, although it is only in 30 FPS. well, you know, you could build a new computer. I already did that. I was supposed to talk about building computers tonight, but then I looked at how a processor and a motherboard and RAM would get me to $500,000, and I very sadly closed the Newegg window. Like, it's just insane. But then again, it's been several years, so inflation, and I kid myself with what it cost to build my last system. Had I built Monolith from scratch, I would have spent the better part of $1,000. The reason why it only cost $550 is because I did a Guts upgrade, and I bought a Windows 10 license separately, and I already had the graphics card for it. All right, where's a Harrowstorm in progress? All right, the one down there is in progress. It's probably too late to go join it. This is, if you remember my little commentary on World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria, when everyone was farming the living daylights out of the Timeless Isle. This is the same thing. There's so many people converging on the Harrowstorms. The Harrowstorms are usually pretty hard. You need a couple people to do them. But there's so many people converging on the Harrowstorms, like this super pretty, obviously crown crate busting whatever in front of me. There's so many people converging on the Harrowstorms that YouTube short I did about I can get to that Harrowstorm in time, that's been happening like half the time. I might get like a few hits in on the boss before the Harrowstorm dissipates. But we'll just keep at it until we get one. Just, because everybody... Okay, we do have some witch pikes still up. Good! Let's do this. Get over here, Isabel. Where is she? I'm gonna take out this gargoyle. There she is. Good. I want her to stay in the healing circle so she doesn't get herself killed again. 26 grand.
Healed up and ready to fight. Another pike falls. But you will soon join.
She's in tank mode anyway, so let's beat up this witch pike. At least I got here early in the fight. Usually, or maybe there's less people because it's off hours. It took about 2 or 3 Harrowstorms the last time I did this before everything reset. Oh, look at all those dead companions. They should make it like old school WoW hunter pets where your companions hate you if you're constantly getting them killed. Oh, look at that. We gotta turn down some settings. This is just...
changes nothing.
Is this based on,
Meet me back at camp.
Alright, let's look at that. Let's look at that preview. Is that getting hit by encoding lag? What are we doing for... Oh, we hit 100% again. Alright, well, let's turn a few things down. So, subsampling... I think we turned a lot of this stuff down last time, and it still wasn't good. Let's cut the view distance down to 50%. I'm curious what is killing the all those. What was the graphics used during that whole mess? Oh, the GPU usage was elevated as well, but it's mostly going to the CPU. Should I turn off multi-threaded rendering for the stream setup and then deal with frame drops instead of encoding stuff? This is why 2 PC streaming setups are a thing, even still. These processors just haven't gotten to the point where you can have a super powerful gaming PC and stream it, even with the best processors. So, I think you see these multi-PC rigs coming out. Some of the big streamers are buying them. I think S-Fan had one. Some of these big like 2 PC setups. It's like... Imagine a server that fits multiple desktop PCs, you bolt them in, and it's a set of 2, and you only have 1 box for everything. Think of it like, you know, say a rack mount setup in a server room somewhere, except it's specifically for 2 PCs. You bolt your 2 PCs in there. You bolt your 2 PCs in there. You bolt in your 2 PCs, and then basically one's your streaming PC and stuff like that, and it has cable management and everything. It's an interesting setup. Of course, you'd think that after a certain amount of CPU, we would be running into these things. Nope, back to 99% CPU again, because it's loading stuff. while it's loading Solitude. We're at 99% on the processor. Elder Scrolls Online, such a resource hog. All right, let's turn this in.
My knees tend to ache when a storm's brewing, but...
Yeah, we got that. We got our event tickets, too. How many of those do we have?
You could get more powerful.
All right, let's see what we got. Crafting motif. At least the thing that Zoss put in that gives you the whole loot table before it drops duplicates in play here. But I think it's by character. Yes, I already have that. I think I might be done with the loot table for those Greymore things. Already know that one. Grey Reliquary. Vampiric Bookcase. I'm going to get to make a bunch of vampire stuff now. Be good for decking out the evil castle. I've been working on player housing while I've been working on all of this. Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm watching the CPU in addition to the network. Well, the network's going to be unstable no matter what. So I'm mostly watching the CPU. Just to see how this thing handles it all. This old Skylake i7. You could get some processors. There's problems with both of the processors nowadays. The newest round of processors is akin to when the Core I's first came out. So there'll be some screwy things with the engineering until it gets polished up a little more. Plus, I don't want mandatory DDR5, not with prices still being too high. I have to wait for prices to come down for that other stuff. Wagner Group? Where do these people come up with these ideas for these characters? It's just interesting. Let's go to the Reach. There's another daily quest in the Reach that we can go get. How many tickets do we have? Probably not enough to go buy one of those Solitude pattern things. 4 out of 12. Actually, we'll be able to get one after the next daily quest. Let's go do that. I'm actually getting frame drops in the game, too. Look at all these people trying to recruit for groups in the game chat. It's not going to happen. Everybody's farming Western Skyrim in the Reach. They have... It's not worth it to group up with anybody. Don't run any dungeons. I'm serious. That's the way these events go. Zenimax makes it so that it's more worth it to grind mindlessly than it is to actually play the game. And then they go brag about how, oh, ESO is still popular. Look at all these people in our Greymore areas. Yeah, because you have double the drops for crafting materials. You have bonuses to the daily quests. You have all kinds of things. Every time there's one of these geographic events, everything's boosted, and the area that is being focused on gets farmed all over the place.
Finally,
it doesn't actually make the world any better or the game more interesting. Just opportunistic people are now going to farm the Dickens out of it. And that might be an insult to the late Charles Dickens, though, so let's try not to go insulting any classic authors. I realize we're about to go to Thanksgiving and, you know, Scrooge is about to become a thing again, but let's not go insulting some nice Christmas literature. Let's see. Oh, this is so unstable. I should have more than enough bandwidth. I'll try to do 8 grand as well. I should have more than enough bandwidth. I mean, to do 9 grand, never mind that. Just the upload is just terrible. Frontier Fiber will sell 500 sometime next year. I'm going to switch when it arrives. And we'll have Ethernet running everything. We'll have some Ethernet running everything. Oh, it's the one up there that... All right. So the problem is you can't see which Harrowstorm is currently being worked on until you're out of town. So, all right, let's go to that Harrowstorm if we can even get there in time. I think a lot of those people that were running away from the last place are trying to wait for the next one because they think they won't get to this other one in time. Let's see if they were right. There it is. They were probably right. This is one of the ones that requires a little bit more riding away from the quick travel point in order to get to. I don't think it's gonna be still going, especially if I get knocked off my mount. Is there a boss? Those witch pikes still up. There must be less people playing. I mean, these were falling a lot faster.
Are as meaningless as they are pathetic.
Get a few swings in on that.
A glimmer of hope. One pipe is enough. Enough. the other storms.
Take out the Vampire Lord.
You won't live to see them.
This cartoon Skyrim. 96% on the processor. Too many visual effects. I gotta turn that down. Of course, there's the same lag that happens in PvP.
You stopped the storm. You'll never reclaim what it's taken from
The
you.
end of that tale.
That's the other part of this, too, is that you go to try and get the loot thing, and then a few more lightning bolts come down, which throw you back into combat and keep you from looting. This is kind of annoying like that. All right, let's get that out of there. That's one character down. Let's see here. Pretty sad. It's worse during the day, though. It's much worse. It might take, like, if you're playing during the day, it might take like 2 or 3 Harrowstorms for you to get your now. Okay, it's going into combat then. What did I get? Some kind of some mob or something like that? All right, let's turn this in. Let's go to the next character. 6 or 7 max level characters we can do this with. I also took the liberty of mapping out a lot of the zones, but not all the characters have the zones mapped out. I really didn't play much in the Reach.
Sweet shop around
I
here?
did the Greymore story, but I never even did the Reach story. The problem with the SO is there's no pizzazz
Saw
to
the
it.
skies clear some time ago. Finally.
I mean, if you like Elder
appreciate
Scrolls, you'll
it.
like it, but there's not much of a reason to play this other than you like Elder Scrolls. Because once you've seen one zone, you've seen them all. You've seen one delve, you've seen them all. Just the lack of inspiration for this versus the offline Elder Scrolls games, it really shines through in the way that ZOS has managed this. And the way they continue to, basically instantly delete threads on the forums that criticize the game and stuff like that. Like, you have a generation, going back to Elder Scrolls Arena in the 90s, we're talking about a generation of Elder Scrolls everything that isn't being managed properly. That's why people are upset. But instead of asking why and doing something about it, it's just, oh, shut them up. No. Have your creative director drag the company's brand through the mud by having hissy fits on his streams. And then have people make up excuses for this behavior. It's not the way it works. All right, here we are. Why isn't the housing mod? There must be something not working right. Essential housing community is turned on. I don't have any reds in the list. It should be saying what everything is when I go somewhere. Maybe this isn't as up to date.
You've got rubbish.
It's a Solitude office. The Radiant Bastion equipment, though, looks like once this event is over, that'll be really good stuff to recreate. That's Porcupine tank gear.
Can I help you?
You reflect damage up to 10% up to a certain amount. Ancestor Ash. All right, we already know this one. We know that one. What else we got? Grand Guard Duty Stones. Kotukava Blood Cocktail. So you get all this vampire stuff in your inventory. If you're not careful, you'll run around with it taking up space and not sell it off. There's even paintings, which, I mean, if I find a painting and stuff, why is it treasure? Why can't I just put it up in my house? Things that don't make much sense sometimes with this game. Why don't you play something else? Like what? WoW? I don't know. Why should I play WoW? They got the same problem. They had a they have developers that tick off their customers and then have to lock their Twitter. Okay, do we have enough money to throw it in the bank? Then otherwise we'll just change characters. Yeah, we should get what we could do. About 7 grand. We'll deposit in the bank at 10 grand. You know what? Let's get retro. Set the menu music for the stream log on back to the original theme. All right, let's go from Paladin to Cleric here and see if we can get another Harrowstorm. No, wait, not yet. That retro theme from the original launch of the game. Hey, there's a big lag spike. How dry is it? 45% humidity in here. The dew point is in the teens. That's low enough to get some static electricity going. We still got to go buy something with those five event tickets. Hold on a second. Well, let's just go to Captain Margot's place. Nice little retro throwback to my first ever player house. Having a lot of fun with these upholstered Redguard furniture type things. I might actually have to get rid of some of the chairs in some of these player houses. There we go. I don't have to say anything. Let's just get cozy with it. All right. Back to where we started in Glenumbra. Let's head on over. Arthur the Outcast. Ah, here we go. Daggerfall chat, the ESO version of Baron's chat. And we're slamming the heck out of the processor again. 91, 93, 87, 90, 91. So what's it going to take for Daggerfall and populated cities to not slam the heck out of it? It's loading assets, that's why. As crazy as it sounds, maybe I should put the game back on a hard drive. I seriously think I get better performance because when you load off a fast SSD, yeah, it's faster, but it slams everything a bit more. It might throttle a little better if we do it off of a hard drive. I'm tempted to do that. All right, Impresario, hook me up.
Discerning adventure knows.
Yeah, what do I still not have? What do these look like? Sarthal? Sarthal is a Nord style. Epaulettes, scholar gloves. What's the hat look like? So you look like something from the Mages Guild. What is this? Looks like something from the Mages Guild, but it gives me something to spend my tickets on. Well, let's get the hat. They're supposed to get these in drops, too, with the loot box thingies from the day, but I haven't seen any of those yet. Oh, we got a little robe thing we can throw in for, like, the cleric robe and stuff. We should do that for Lauren's vestments as a cleric. Maybe see if that looks any better. Instant all research. Skills. Da-da-da-da-da. All right. Hey, by the way, let's take a look at the Elder Scrolls Online. Well, Elder Scrolls Online on YouTube still has the same problems. Where is it? Yeah, the categories are still screwed up. You have to go to Elder Scrolls Online High Isle in order to see anything. Scrolls Online High Isle. That's why people stream on Twitch. Video game released 2022, and I'm the only person streaming it right now. Well, who's going to find it? That's the problem. Typical brokenness of YouTube streaming. All right. Well, it wouldn't be one of my Elder Scrolls streams that it's starting to thunder in game. Maybe it's just a Daggerfall thing. Hey, did we use that thing? Yeah, we used it. We can change characters now. Let's go back to the castle. I don't feel like standing out in the rain. I have half a mind to make a video essay about all the problems at YouTube streaming and see if it'll go viral. I might even put it on other platforms to get past any censorship from the algorithms. The truth needs to be told about YouTube streaming. It's not all it's cracked up to be. It's just an add-on feature. You get all these people, these idiots that scratch itching ears and don't want to tell people the truth. see here. Now let's head up here. This also goes, too, for people like Renee Ritchie and what's-his-face, these YouTube devs who talk to people, who talk to randos, talk to randos on YouTube, but then put me on ignore. Now, like, nothing like blocking your fans, right?
You've got rabies?
Right, anything else to decon? No. Nothing to sell, right?
Anything I can do for you?
Nothing to sell to the merchant. We still have this high aisle table. I'm trying to find something to do with it. Something I got from, as a reward. Same place I got the statue as well. Well, king of the castle. Or does that honor go to the cat? This castle's been coming along quite nicely, though. Got more stuff in the swimming area. Beautiful day out in Leowin. I might get rid of some of these trees and get less swampy trees in here. There we go. The swimming area's been looking pretty nice. Thinking to put some lights in there, too, to illuminate it at night. But of course, the chapel itself, since this is a paladin, since this is a Goodmane's castle, there's got to be an element of faith in there for the paladins and divine spellcasters. Still kind of looks like a Westminster Abbey type look. Might have inspired it somehow. Definitely a little bit of imperial flair there. Alright, enough talking about Cyrodiil. Let's go get some more stuff from Harrowstorms. See what we got with all this. Alright, let's lug it out and let's switch on over. I'm also curious if Lauren could benefit from that helmet. It looks like a light armor, the Sarthal Scholar, whatever it is. There's the card game. Alright. We'll have her go vestments and then see if that cleric hood actually looks any good. It looks more like something Nords would wear, though. I don't think it'll match. She has, like, Sigic order for this stuff. All right. Lockhart Abbey. I don't know why it's not flashing the name up on the screen, though. Let's go with Cleric. There we go. Let's see what that looks like. Of course, there is making a little bit of progress around here. Mostly it's the bedroom that's developed for Lockhart Abbey. Working on the outside of it, though. Also, upgrade some of the furniture for the NPCs. Upgrade the furniture and some of the candles on the walls for the NPCs. Smaller type castle in Reaper's March has a waterfall and a swimming area too that we can develop into something. Also have some other. Actually, doesn't she have an outfit station around the back? I did manage to get a couple crafting stations in here. That's going to be some kind of barbecue pit at some point. Now let's head over. Yeah, I think that looks like an outfit station. All right, an outdoor outfit station too. So. Helps out with this other stuff. Okay, the Sarthal. Alright. Worm Cult. Sovngarde. How about S? There it is. Sarthal 2As. Sarthal Scholar Hat. There's only one color that's available. Alright, let's see. Get rid of this. There's only one color that's available, so it has to be a white hood. Yeah, it's only one color. So literally we would have to do something like this. So no more gold or anything. Nah, I think she's better off with a little bit of white and gold. You cannot mount in this location. Well, let's go grab some of that. Go set that up. Where are we at for housing? Collections. Da-da. There we go. Snowmelt Suite. Well, no sense hanging out here in the steps. Let's head on out. Gotta do something with this event, even if it is kind of farmy type stuff. The sad part is, I mean, you can chase Harrowstorms in dailies, but it's actually also worth it if you're a crafter to just go looking for materials in this area, because there's higher drops of materials. It's just the sad reality of this is that the events in ESO, Zenimax just can't get it right to where you don't just want to farm the living daylights ever. They've been trying to fix this, but it hasn't panned out. D6, 82, 72, 71. Starting to wonder if I should go 2PC to record YouTube gaming videos with as well, since I have this all punched up in Reshade. It is still running Reshade, right? Yeah, the MultimediaJay preset. Probably where some of the CPU usage is coming from. Oh, we're at 94%.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors.
I can see when it's encoding lag and when it's internet problems.
Tales of Tribute.
Tales of Tribute. All right, where's the Harrowstorm quest? I think it's over here. There we go.
Hold up there. There you are, young blood. I have need of you. Dark, what the swords are.
Halt the Harrowstorms. There should be plenty of those available. Let's see, we have that problem again, though. Look at that slowdown, because we were at 90-something% CPU. This game just doesn't know what... I should just put this game on a hard drive. Force it to throttle it down to like 200 megabits per second transfer instead of 600. Like, cut its transfer speeds by 2/3 and see if there's any kind of, like, texture pop-in or other weird loading bugs. I seriously think this game should run on a hard drive to not slam the processor too much. Don't know if that would make too much of a difference. Might do that, though. Copy it over and then point the installation somewhere else. And see how that works. It's up. Oh, it's that one up there. This is the one where I kept constantly lemminging, running off the cliff, trying to get to this thing. Let's see, just get down to the beach. Actually, no, it was the one further to the west. Let's get down to the beach. Let's head over there. Is this going to be another one where the Harrowstorm clears up right as I get there? Yeah, there's the boss. 38%. 2, 3. Hitting for 10 grand with an instant spell. Somebody brought their debuffs.
Victory.
That was nice and quick.
One of hundreds.
You don't get struck by blood lightning.
To failure.
Ooh, just in time. Just in time. A second later, I would have gotten knocked into combat. Hey, you see, it's exactly like the Dolmens in the Alakir Desert. Everybody just goes... I don't even think they're doing the daily quest. I think they're just farming. If I join some kind of... If I type an X in chat, I'll probably join some kind of group that's just farming Harrowstorms, because anything you want from the Harrowstorms, now's the time to get them, because everybody's farming the living daylights out of them. Pretty sad, actually. Is the connection smoothing out? Looks like it is. It's been, like, wiggling all over the place, so very unstable. But I did a speed test. I'm getting everything.
Here, you card sharps and collectors. Test your wits and courage in a brand new card game. Tales of Tribute.
My knees tend to ache. Of course you did, young.
Let's see here. Just more stuff to decon. But I think the daily rewards are also doubled as well. So, the thing is, the Altaholics always win these things because you get multiple sets of rewards because you're doing the daily quest over and over again. You only get the legendaries and the tickets once, though. Solitude Walkway. I don't know if Goodmane knows that yet.
What do you want?
What do you want, milk drinker? Sissy little Breton. All right. Wow. Well, we are pounding the hell out of the CPU. So now we're out of CPU resources. I should try running OBS in administrator mode. No, I think it's the game, really. Let me check the details while we're getting slammed like this. What's using the CPU? ESO is, yeah, ESO. OBS is only using like 20% tops. The Firefox is kind of bloated. That's running live control room. I don't know if I really should be running it. What am I running the quality? It's a 360p though. So it's not a very high, it's not a very high amount of resources for that. It's just ESO when it loads its assets. Well, it dropped off to 45% now that I'm sitting on a map screen. But when ESO loads its resources, it pounds the hell out of your CPU, especially with multi-threaded rendering. I wonder, could we alleviate that by turning this off? That requires a game restart. Well then, let's pop to a MultimediaJay screen and see what this does. Hey, we're tinkering with technology with this type of stuff. Let's have some fun with it. Took long enough for the game to close. All right, let's try it without multi-threaded rendering. I haven't played like this in a long time. There used to be huge frame drops in like cities and stuff, but at least you'd see the frame rate go down instead of it being encoding lag. We'll watch the CPU as it does this. I don't think this is going to make much of a difference, though. I think it's just a matter of I'm running a Skylake i7 from 2016 in 2022. Thing is, though, that was quick. So let's just watch the CPU usage. I think this is going to be separate for the stream logon. It won't carry over into the main logon, but if it takes less, well, it is pounding the hell out of the processor at 100% when loading still. I don't think this is going to do anything, and now I'm probably going to get worse frame rates as a result. We could just go do a Harrowstorm in Western Skyrim without the quest in order to see if this did it. Yeah, multi-threaded rendering I think will increase the CPU. Previously, it was like a badly running game from the... Oh, look at this. I'm only at 30 frames per second in town. And it's still pounding the CPU. So the answer is no. The answer is absolutely no. Restart. Click. Well, at least I didn't have to wait 10 seconds to close the game out. Yeah, so it's not doing anything. I think the best thing I could do for, strangely enough, for stream performance, put this game on the hard drive. Limit the transfer bandwidth. Isn't that sad? Isn't it sad? I know. I'm talking about the next computer I build being all solid state, running off of M2s and serial ATA SSDs for everything. No hard drives. And yet I'm thinking seriously of putting this game on a mechanical drive to throttle how much it pounds the processor when it's loading assets. Very, very interesting. Okay. All right, well, let's go off to the Reach then and have Lauren get another Harrowstorm in. How many more of these characters? We should probably do Adeline. We recently got the Necromancer up to max level, so I've been comparing Templar versus Necromancer for this kind of stuff. Let's see here.
What?
Oh, yeah, she could use a food buff, too.
What? What do you want? What is it? What do you want?
It's quite an attitude. She does have stolen goods, though, from robbing a thief chest. So I'm just tempted to smash the guard with the mace, then pay the fine. Well, we can always load. Let's load Ember. Ember likes that kind of stuff. Go to, well, I suppose we drop all of this. There we go. Drop all this pretense. Drop all the pretense and go down into the... Go to the fence.
Never imagined.
Still getting pummeled. ESO.
I love it.
ESO, the game that pretty much gives you a reason to have a 2 PC streaming setup, because this game slams for every resource it can get. Not running this off the system drive either. This is running off a dedicated serial ATA SSD. It's just that when you pull data from faster drives, especially large amounts of data like this, it actually increases your CPU. Oh, there we go. Nice fence right next to...
I stole every single sign from Morthal a few years ago. Ah, it was glorious.
All right, Launderer. I want to keep all this good stuff. All right. Let's go find that guard with an attitude problem. Yeah, everybody's going to have Ember down here. Ember is kind of like chaotic neutral in terms of alignment. The others would be like, why do you take me to a thief place? The problem is, though, committing the crime will cause people to attack, the guards to attack on sight. So it's not like you could just, like in Oblivion, where you could yield and then parlay with the guard. You have to lose your heat first for the guards to stop attacking you. So it doesn't quite work the same way as it would in Elder Scrolls Oblivion. So, off to the Reach. Cleric, off to the Reach. Isabel Valois, go find a Harrowstorm. Instead of looking for excuses to punch guards and pay the fine.
Hear ye, card sharps and collectors. Test your wits and courage in a brand new card
There's
game.
an urgent task
Tales
for
of
you.
Tribute.
Tempted to unlock Tales of Tribute just to get those stupid NPCs to shut up. Yeah, I mean, Elder Scrolls having a triple triad game, who cares? But plugging the crap out of it and turning it into a major feature, it's like Miss Pandaria at the pet battles. Maybe it's a little bit overemphasized. I don't think anybody's really going to care too much about the card game after this current expansion. Let's see here. Well, that is interesting. Why doesn't Blizzard... I'm curious why Blizzard didn't put something in that lets people play Hearthstone in-game. Alright, let's see here. What do we got?
This will not stand.
Those damn storms, they're on. I don't know. If the Ard hadn't for that was Ard.
Looking for brave adventurers of all skill sets.
What are we doing? Trying to leave the zone? Okay. Oh, we can see it from here. All right. Go to Briar Rock. See if we can catch the end of that one.
Yeah!
Good.
Yeah!
Two hits on a boss. Daily quest.
Nothing. Yes! Where that came from. Going to be a tough fight.
Easiest daily that you could do. All right. And right on cue, the next one's already starting. That's because there's people camping these things. Like, oh, I don't want to go out to the one that's currently fighting. I might be too late. They sit there and camp and wait for the next fight to start. It's like, then you go out during the day. It takes like 2 or 3 Harrowstorms to find one that's actually still going on. Like, farm. And what kind of first impression... What kind of first impression...
Now go!
Does Zoss really think that this game is giving new players? When the world is empty outside of the chosen zones, so to speak, you can't get groups for dungeons. Because people are farming everything.
No reports of Harrowstorms on the horizon.
This game has too much potential that's being left on the table. I think maybe Elon Musk would have done a better job buying Zoss than buying Twitter. Alright, none of this looks all that interesting. Box of Grey Host Pillage. Looks like I'm just going to get all treasure out of this so we can go back to... Still sore when I cough. Let's see here. We can go decon everything. Go back to that office and showcase what these offices are for that we've been putting together. Sugar bowl, rimmon, snow melt, da 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 da. Let's go.
Got plenty of goods fresh.
So the way these are set up, I set them up to where the decon vendor is closer to where you're gonna spawn, so to speak. You just walk right up and clear out your inventory. Although I think I already have all the Radiant Bastion ones. Venomous Greatsword.
Care to bargain?
Then all the treasure can go here. Atmoran Hawk Whistle. Interesting. Ice marbles? That's a vampire thing. Solitude Walkway Stone. The Wolf of Solitude, Inkwell. The tea is part of stuff for the crafting writs. Oh yeah, there's Markarth stuff. Keep forgetting we have those. Hope I don't have them on the other ones too. Ritual Skulls. I mostly get the crafting motifs at this point. Mostly I'm getting the crafting motifs to get the cosmetics, although doing crafting writs might be something that might be in play here. The Ritual Daedrus Skull. Wasn't there something else too that we could learn? Maybe getting it mixed up here. Well, there's more stuff to decon, that's for sure.
There's really no such thing.
Take that out. Nuzima.
Come, do your trading.
Get this all straightened out. The Ritual Daedrus Skull. Now put the other thing in there. Does Goodmane even know that one? Let's go see if he does. Problem with his loot table is it's by character, so your alts might learn recipes that your main doesn't know, or that your main already knows. Kind of screws up those loot tables. Let's just go back here one last time. That's interesting, to say the least. Nope, don't know it yet. So now we can make more. So that's the thing, like pretty much everything you want to farm this, so that way you get a whole bunch of recipes for all your crafters. You can pretty much make everything. These recipes will end up costing money if you buy them from the trading guilds later. Oh, that's some progress at least. 2 characters, 2 good examples, rinse, lather, repeat for however many characters you want to grind that with. And so, riddle me this. Those of you who might be fans of Elder Scrolls, those of you who might be fans of this whole game thing with this kind of stuff, is that an interesting game to you? Or is that just a way to get you to log in so some ZOS employee can get some kind of quarterly bonus? I don't really think that this adds much value to the game. It just makes people mindlessly grind. This is primitive, old-school World of Warcraft nonsense. Hailing back to the early days of WoW, when MMOs were defined by how much of your time that they could suck away, instead of being interesting games to play. And this is one of the reasons why people criticize MMOs even to this day. Because MMOs bypass a lot of what makes a good game in order to suck away people's time and money. Sometimes I wonder if you're even a gamer if you play MMOs. Let me look at the stats too. How much, what did we have for everything? So we had 7,700. We had 4% dropped frames. 2.3% were from rendering lag. 2.4% were from encoding lag. So network conditions, however, let's see here. Not so much of an issue. So yeah, Elder Scrolls Online, when it pulls data, makes everything barf because it uses up all available CPU resources. And this is a game that came out nearly 10 years ago, better part of 10 years ago, 2014. I don't know. Stuff like this is why 2 PC streaming setups exist. Have a good night, everybody. Till next time, this is MultimediaJay signing off. Thanks for stopping by.